Hello, my name is Michael Hansford from the Raspberry Heaven, and I'm here at Basement Entertainment.
This is Amy from Basement Entertainment, and I'm here with Michael from the Raspberry Heaven. What's up?
Bonjour.
Nice to meet you.
Comment ça va?
Ça va bien.
Ah,
That's all I know.
très bien.
Oh, there you go. One up me. Okay, so first question. You go by a unique name, the Raspberry Heaven.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, what's the story behind it?
Well, back in my hometown, Midland, me and like my closest friends watch a lot of like anime from like late 80s, you know, a lot of Japanese cartoons. And one night we were up till like 4 in the morning, and there's in the show Azumenga Daioa, at the end, in the end credits, there's a song, and it just keeps saying the Raspberry Heaven over and over again. And it's like, I don't know, it kind of stuck. It kind of there's a bunch of other kind of little reasons why like I chose it. Probably Christian art has a lot of raspberry bushes, and in the Sistine Chapel, the raspberry is seen as like a really kind fruit. It sounds really weird to say. There's a couple other reasons, but basically, like, it just kind of stuck. And you know, I thought that maybe in the future I'd change it, but you know, a lot of people enjoyed it, so I just kind of kept it around. I was actually talking about that with Lance from the ending to this story today, and yeah, we just were talking about how it just sticks. I can't really explain it, but hopefully you enjoy it.
Yes.
Now that it works.
I like yours. Okay, for someone who might not know the Raspberry Heaven, describe your sound in 3 words.
Soul, intimacy, outrageous.
Okay. Okay, you're currently on an 8-day tour that spans across Ontario and even into Quebec, and it ends tomorrow night back in London. From that, what's your favorite thing about being on tour, and what's your least favorite thing?
My least favorite thing, I'll start with least first. Probably smelly feet. That was probably the worst. You know, I have pretty smelly feet, and people I was touring with were complaining about it and stuff. So I would have to say keeping good hygiene on tour is very difficult.
Yes.
It's very difficult. My favorite thing about tour is the whole travel aspect, because I've never been on a plane, and I've never really been out of Ontario very much. Like, we went to Montreal like 2 days ago, and that was my first time in Quebec since I was like 12. So I would have to say being able to travel because people want to hear your music or you want to play your music, that's probably like the top thing, and I think a lot of musicians would have to agree with me when it comes to that. Because like, you can travel and do whatever, but like when you're traveling just to play shows, that's pretty neat in itself.
Yeah. Sounds cool. Yeah, I have a fan question from Cassie Powell in Kitchener, Ontario. Her question is, what inspired you to be a musician?
Probably when I was really young, my grandma, she would show me Elvis movies, like Clam Bake and just all these Elvis movies, and I would just sit back and, you know, watch him play guitar and be really funny and talk to all these pretty girls, and I was just like, you know, that's a good job. Like, that's a great job. That's probably it. Elvis. Yeah.
Okay. Even though this question is so overused, I just have to ask you anyways. If you could have one superpower for a day, what would it be?
Superpower. Probably teleportation, like the Nightcrawler. The Nightcrawler was probably always my favorite from X-Men. Just to be able to go somewhere like that and just be there is really, really nuts. Because there's a lot of people that I miss all the time that I wish I could just like instantly be there and hang out with them. So I'd probably have to say that, not for my own benefit, but for being able to see people that I love. That's probably why.
That would be a cool superpower.
Oh yeah, it would be.
In your song Anniversary, which can be found on your EP, you had the beautiful vocals of Alex Wilcox alongside your amazing vocals. What other artists would you love to work with in the future?
Signed or just
Any?
Any? Well, first of all, I have to say Alex Wilcox, she does have a very beautiful voice. She's also a very beautiful girl, actually. She's gonna like that. But any other artists I would like to work with? I think right now would have to be Lights. I think I would really, really like to work with Valerie Poxletner, because I met her once and had a couple beers with her, and she's very, very energetic, and I think that I could really like feed off of her energy for that. So yeah, definitely Lights.
Yeah, I think
sure.
your voices would be really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I have another fan question. This one is also from Cassie Powell in Kitchener. Her next question is this your first time on a headlining tour? If so, how are you liking it?
Yeah, this is my first tour ever. I guess in a way it seems like I'm headlining it, but I'd say that it's more of like it's kind of a shared thing between me and the ending to this story because Lance is doing much more than I am doing. He's driving. Yeah, he's driving. he's driving. So, you know, yeah, it's a really cool thing. I want to do it again. I hope I get to do it again. But what else was in the question? Was that it? Is that basically it?
Yeah, how are you like?
Oh, I'm loving it. It's great. It's really cool.
Okay, so you're obviously a very talented guy musically. So besides writing, recording, and playing music, what are some of your hobbies?
Well, my main hobby is writing. Even before I started liking music or even listening to music, I would just fill up notebooks with words and, you know, make up stories all the time. Like I have like hundreds of notebooks like dating back like since I was like 11, where I would just write and write and write in the books all the time. And like sometimes the stories wouldn't even make sense. And, you know, my teachers would be like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, what are you talking about? Like clouds can speak and stuff like that. Like writing still remains my favorite hobby. I also, I'm trying to think what I do. I like to go for walks. I'm a very simple person, so yeah.
Okay, sometimes bands have pretty weird before-show rituals, like funny dances, chants, or even handshakes.
Yeah.
Do you have any before-show rituals that you do to prepare yourself?
Coffee.
At least 6.
Caffeine. Coffee or green tea or tea. Like I need to have some sort of caffeine before I go on. A ritual, probably heart beating fast. My heart always beats really fast before I go on stage. So maybe that's some sort of ritual that I'm unaware of. Spiritual shit. Am I allowed to say that?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Just you two.
Yeah, okay, wicked.
Okay. Being that you're obviously on tour right now, driving across Ontario and Quebec, what's the funniest or weirdest thing that you've seen while on the road?
PG or?
Anything, go for it.
Alright, well, we were in Kingston, and we just played this show at the Mansion, which was a really great show. Lance played really well from the end to the story. He played really great, it was great sound. And then we went to this place called Bubba's Pizza, and I didn't really see it, but they saw it. They looked outside, and they saw a guy with his genitals hanging out. I think he peed in a garbage can, or he was doing something into the garbage can, and it was just really, really strange. That was really funny. Another really funny thing was we were in my hometown of Midland, and it was like 3 in the morning or something, and we had a couple drinks, right? And they wanted me to play again, so I went out to the car with Lance, and I was trying to get my pickup like out of my guitar case, and like I pulled my guitar case out and heard this really bad noise, like I thought something broke. And I was just kind of like, oh, whoa, huh, what the? It was like from an old 50s movie, so that was really funny. Lance laughed for like 20 minutes on that one. That was great. But yeah, there's too many funny stories about tour, you know. It's just like, sometimes they're like negative things that are funny, which is good. If you're laughing about it, it's fine, so yeah.
Okay, it's time for the last fan question. And it's also from Cassie Powell.
Cassie Powell.
She loves you. Alright, she asks a very simple question.
Okay.
Are you a cat or a dog person?
You know, when I was younger, I used to be a dog person because my mom, she owned a kennel and she was a vet and we had dogs all the time. We would rescue dogs from the OSPCA like all the time. But I think now, I really, really like cats because you can leave your house for like 4 days with a bowl of food for a cat and you'll come back and some of the food will still be there.
Yeah.
But if you give a dog a full bowl of food, like they eat it instantly and they can't take care of themselves. Like, I like cats because they're independent. You know, I'm a cat person. Yeah, I look like one too.
If someone were to make a movie about your life, who would you want to play you?
You know what? You know what's the kid's name from August Rush? Yeah, you know that kid. He's also from Finding Neverland. I don't know. I forget his name. Probably him, because like I'm just like when he gets older, either him or I'm trying to think of young people because it wouldn't make sense if I was like, yo, Johnny Depp. But
Samuel L. Jackson?
yeah, Samuel L. Jackson. He'd be great. Either him or like I don't know, Wiz Khalifa. That'd be pretty cool too.
Okay, your EP is available for people to get through you, but can we expect another EP or a longer album in the future?
I wish I could do a longer album. I just I find that if I try to make something a long album, I can't polish it as much as I can with an EP. There is another EP that's going to come soon. I'm going to go into the studio sometime in September. It probably will be out right before Christmas, I'm hoping. So yeah, there is more music coming. If I don't get hit by a car or something like that, something will come.
That's good.
Cool.
I'm starting to wear out your other EP.
Oh yeah.
Yep, got it on.
It gets boring quick.
No, it doesn't.
Well.
It's just it's so good. But
Thank you.
okay, next question. What's the Raspberry Heaven up to for the rest of this year?
Well, I have a week left of college when I get back from tour, and then I have about 10 days off, and I'm having one of my good friends from Midland from a great band called Burn Your Umbrellas. They're a really good band from my hometown. They played with us on our tour date. He's coming up for a week, so basically I'm just going to show him around the city and enjoy not being on the road and enjoy not being in school and just kind of relax, write, polish up these new songs that I'm working on, and oh yeah, I'm moving too. I'm moving into a new house, an apartment. I'm going to own it myself, so that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. Or rent it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't own a house, not yet.
Someday.
Hopefully.
Okay, well, thanks for coming.
Awesome. Thank you
Wait
very
till
much.
You play tonight?
Oh yeah. Should be good.